Entonces, compañeros, here's the deal. We're out here in the rain this afternoon for a very simple reason. This election was not about austerity. It wasn't in favor of austerity. It wasn't about cuts. It was about jobs, wasn't it?
Yeah!
If there's a crisis, that's the crisis. That's what people are concerned about. That's the number one issue to working people in the United States. It's not the debt, it's not the deficit, it's jobs. And of course, jobs will do a lot to answer any problems we have on debt and deficit. We don't have a crisis with respect to the debt and deficit in this moment. What we have is a jobs crisis. Working people need jobs. We need to get back to work. And corporations are sitting on giant piles of money and not investing it here in the United States and creating good paying jobs. So that's the crisis that we have. That's what this election was about. That's why we worked so hard to win. And by the way, we won, brothers and sisters. We won this election. This is not a mandate for austerity and cuts. This is a mandate for jobs. This is a mandate for working people. This is a mandate for women's rights. This is a mandate for Latino rights. This is a mandate for working people. And that's what this struggle is about. I told people before the election, you know, if the Republicans win, we'll be out in the streets fighting austerity. And if the Democrats win, we'll be out in the streets fighting austerity. Well, here we are, out in the streets fighting austerity. And this fight's only begun, brothers and sisters. It's only begun. But let's be very clear about this, okay? This debt that we have, where did it come from? Well, it came from 2 unfunded wars, right?
Yes.
Which, I don't know, I bet you some people here were out in the street fighting those. I was. So 2 unfunded wars, a giant tax break for wealthy people, and a recession that was brought on by the financial sector, okay? So that's the source of this debt. So the solution is pretty simple in my mind. Go after the people with money. Go after the people who brought on the crisis. Go after the people who are sitting on giant piles of money. Let's go after them. Tax the rich. So, now is the time to invest in working people. Now is the time to invest in education, in training, in infrastructure, in transportation. It's time that the politicians in the United States start paying some attention to working people in this country. And we're here to tell you here and now.
We are the majority.
We are the majority. And brothers and sisters, let's remember a chant that those of us from the union movement know very well. They say cut back, what do we say?
Fight back!
They say cut back.
We say fight back!
They say cut back.
Fight back!
They say cut back.
We say fight back!
They say cut back.
All right, I'm Silas over One Pittsburgh, and you know I was talking to you guys, a lot of you guys here maybe a month ago, right, about Senator Casey, and since then, I don't know about you guys, but for me, he hasn't been too clear on where he stands about this whole debt deficit and fiscal cliff so-called problem, right? So we're going to get a very clear answer. We're going to know once and for all, where does our senator stand on this issue? Is he going to be with us? Is he going to be fighting for us? Or we have to fight against him, right?
Senator Casey, we want an answer!
The people have spoken, and we say...
Social Security is here to stay!
People have spoken, and we say...
Medicare is here to stay!
People have spoken, and we say...
Education is here to stay!
The people have spoken, and we say...
Public transit is here to stay!
The people have spoken, and we say...
Obamacare is here to stay!
How we gonna pay for it?
Tax the rich!
Then how we gonna pay for it?
Tax the rich!
Then how we gonna pay for it?
Tax the rich!
How we gonna pay for it?
Tax the rich!
We've sent hundreds of calls to Senator Casey's office already today. All right, everybody? So now's the time. We should make a few more, all right? Now we're going to tell I'm going to give you the number in a few minutes. We've got to tell Senator Casey that you know it's time. It's time to stop the cuts. We don't need any cuts to Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. We solve it all by getting the money, taxing the rich. Okay, so you ready for the number?
Hold on. Yeah.
Okay. The number is 866 802 2833. You're going to call Senator Casey's Washington, D.C. office. All right? Then you're going to get a busy signal, but you're going to stay on the line. All right? Just keep calling.
So my name is Kevin. I'm here representing Working America Pittsburgh. We're the community affiliate of the AFL-CIO, and we represent Pennsylvanians that don't have the luxury of having a union on the job. We're here with our friends and allies to demand that Congress prioritizes the well-being of students, seniors, working-class families, and the majority of Pennsylvanians. We're here because we know what happens when the priorities of corporate lobbyists, special interest groups, and the financial elite dictate our budgets. We've watched budgets that result in school closings, job elimination, tuition increases, and continued corporate tax breaks. Here in PA, though, we're road-worn, but we're not tired. We have a new national budget to fight on, and we won't be fooled into accepting the same priorities as our state budget and our national budget. We won't accept tax breaks for the wealthiest 2% and cuts into important programs like Social Security and Medicare, will we? No! We won't stand for a deal that makes the working class responsible for paying down the deficit when so many families are just getting back on their feet. Working America is here to urge you to do the same thing. Yermo's right, this battle has just begun, and when we get home, it's not only you that needs to call. You need to have your friends, your families, your neighbors call in, write letters, make sure that Senator Casey knows that we're here and that we mean business.
All right. Okay, where's our delegation at? So like I said, we have a lot of groups represented and a delegation that represents all of us. Jim Ferrucci, one of Senator Casey's regional representatives, came down and spoke to us. We sent a very clear message to him. We said that Senator Casey has not been clear where he stands when it comes to cuts and Medicare and raising the eligibility age for Medicare and Social Security. We won't stand for cuts to programs that we need to survive. And that a compromise is not what we voted for, not what we came out and supported on Election Day. So what the representative said was that Senator Casey does not stand for any cuts. So that's good, right? We can applaud that. He's with us on cuts, right? But he was a little shaky when it came to the idea of raising the eligibility age of Medicare, right? He said that there's still compromises coming forward and he hasn't seen them all. I think he understands that it's a bad idea, but I don't know if he really gets that we can't accept any changes to our Medicare. It sounds like Senator Casey, he needs to be put on firmer ground, right? So I know some folks are talking about going down to Washington. It sounds like it's the time to do that. So on December 18th, One Pittsburgh's getting up at the wee hours of the morning, going to get on a bus, and we're all going to go down to the Capitol and see our senators, see our representatives, see Senator Casey, and make sure that when he says he doesn't know about what he wants to do with Medicare, that he understands that his constituents can't afford any changes, and we won't accept any cuts. And if you go to onepittsburgh.org, you can sign up there. And we're going to be meeting about 5 a.m. on that day. We're going to go down and back on the same day. And in one day, people from all across this country are going to speak out and say, we will not accept any more cuts. We will not accept any changes to our social service programs. And we're going to put Senator Casey on firm ground, right? All right. Okay, so we're going to see him next Tuesday, but that means we'll be back. So we'll be back. We'll be back.